Hello everyone, Indigo Snake here. Welcome back to my channel. So on the last episode we had a whole lot of cutscenes and not a lot of gameplay, but you know how these things go. I expect there to be lots of cutscenes. I love cutscenes, I love gameplay, so. Basically now we know that shit's about to go down. We saw the rebellion people down there plotting, scheming, and so it's probably gonna This whole Phil say is going to turn into a dumpster fire real soon. We don't know when. Probably tomorrow, probably the next day, probably at the end of this day. We'll just see. So we talked to the accountant dude. We're going to sit here and talk to everybody. And I'm going to start at least talk to the people where, so yeah, there's the dining, next to the dining bar, that's one of them. There's RF Arms right there. And let me look at these quests. I don't remember. Well, duh. You know what? Duh, because it's red. That's how you know. I mean, because it's green. It's green, so those are the side ones, and then so they're all upstairs. That's cool. So I can at least start all of them. Apparently, Lady Angelica and her father, the Marquise, aren't exactly on the best of terms. If it weren't for that, I'm sure she'd come and visit us occasionally too. Okay, so they know about that. There's nobody like Lady Angelica. That's what makes her so wonderful. So we're really just sitting here, like trying to think up the word for these kinds of people. Something that's different from fan. Oh, Angelica groupies. Basically, they're just groupies. I'll just call them fans though. But they do seem to really like her. Groupie might have a not so great connotation to it. Another day, another opportunity to serve his lordship. Okay, fun. This is the new one. On the other side of this gate is the residence of Marquise Rogner. Only those with permission are allowed to pass through. Alright, sure, I'll just ask about it. Oh, you wanted to ask about the monster on the Southern Highway. I don't think you'll have any trouble finding it, assuming you actually read the quest at least. Hydras are strange, snake-like monsters with 4 heads. You know, he made the same joke last time. Did you read it? Get a new one. They're relatively weak to slash attacks, so plan accordingly. Interesting. Anything else to say about that? They're snake-like. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to remember it. Okay, so they're snake-like and they have 4 heads. That sounds interesting. Alright, so guys, this is also what I want to do. I want to switch up my party because I'm trying to be different, okay? Oh, they switched out my party. Oh, they already put... Was Crow out here? I think I had Crow and Fee out there. Okay, yeah, so we have this party back. So we're going to actually use this party. But we're going to, of course, not link Rean up with Lisa. We're going to link up with him. And Alyssa is going to be linked up with Machias. It's going to be cool, guys. Can't wait. And then the next time, I'm going to switch it back to my old party. And, Okay, you know what, guys? Alright, executive decision. We're going to switch out Rean for Fee right here. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be our party right now. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. We're gonna kick Machias out because I use Machias a lot, and it's time for other people to have a little chance. The city of Ruhr was designed to be divided into 2 areas, the upper level and the lower level. But a design like that means that you can fit twice as many buildings into it as you could otherwise. Marvelous, isn't it? Functional beauty at its finest. Alright, Biblio, the smart kid. I really want to study at the Institute of Technology when I'm older. Biblio, I think that's like, reminds me of bibliography, so maybe his name kind of is like book. I'd love the chance to study the city's functional beauty and even create more of it myself. Wow, this little boy is going places. Mark my words. Let's go to the strange door. Does it say anything different? Door is locked. Alright. Oh, this box. Remember that big box? Maybe the box isn't always there. Okay. You walking around. So, oh, it's getting away from me. The Reinfurt Company has always been a major weapons manufacturer, but the Orbital Revolution led to the company expanding into other fields too. Now it's one of the few internationally renowned companies on the continent with more money than most major nobles. As you can imagine, that makes the situation with Marquis Ragnar a little bit awkward. Oh yeah. Apparently the Reinfurt Company is going to be treated as a special case when the tax hike comes in too. After all, even a 1% tax increase means that the company is going to be paying a few $100 million more Mira. Well, they need to be taxed more. You guys should have a progressive tax system, because that always makes more sense than having a flat tax rate. Because if you have more money, that means that it just makes more sense for you to pay more money into the system. If you don't have that much money, then it doesn't make sense for you to pay as much tax as the other person who does have more money. That's just my 2 cents. Alright, let's go over here. Two of these people still playing with the damn car. Alright. This looks like the same car. Oh, I think it's taking a different... Oh, there we go. Perfect. Our Orbital remote control car's only problem is that it runs out of energy in 5 minutes. But if we can make it last longer, it'll sell like hotcakes. I know it will, as a toy of course. Who cares about seminars? All I care about is improving this car and starting a business. I'd buy that so hard if I was a kid. Well, Orbital remote control car's only problem is that it runs out of energy in 5 minutes. But if we can make it last longer... Okay. Yeah, I've read that twice. I spent most of last year playing Blade, and I've spent most of this year focused on the remote control car. I should probably be more worried about whether I have enough credits to graduate, but if I don't, hey, another year at this. Being a researcher isn't about grades anyway, it's about passion. It certainly is. I would definitely agree. If you like research, then it's not about the grades. It's about learning. As long as you're still learning shit. Because tests only tells you like a part of the equation. It tells you if you're good under pressure, I guess. But even if you get like a test wrong or incorrect, that doesn't mean that you don't understand the subject matter. It just means that maybe you can't come up with the right answer straight from your head every time. But if you're a researcher, you know how to find the answers. And you can't really do that in a test. At least not multiple choice question test. Alright, so let's actually talk to people in the RF Arms here. Actually, let's go to the road. That's the one where I can't fast travel to it. So this guy, so everyone's still in their same positions. Oh, that guy's not there anymore. Up there in the stairs. Alright. Must be in the wrong... Okay. We want our research and inventions to revolutionize people's lives. Ask any student here and they'll tell you the same. That's what we all dream of. It's also why we all look up to Professor Smith and former Reinfurt Chairman Gwen. Those two made the dream a reality. This guy looks like the same guy from outside. Like, I don't know what you guys are trying to say about scientists, that they all look the same, but wouldn't it be wonderful to have your invention change the world? It's every student's dream. I mean, I don't know if it was my dream. My dream was just to learn things. Clearly the dude outside agrees with me. What, you mean the standoff yesterday evening? Yeah, I heard about it too. The Provincial Army's armored cars were made here in Ruhr, so it's sick that they were used to intimidate people like that. Sick in a bad way, not sick in a good way. We're researching technology that could potentially be used in weapons too. Things like what happened yesterday really make you stop and think about where exactly your research is going. Yeah, it happens a lot to researchers and scientists. They try to make a thing to help humanity, but then humanity does what it does best and use it to destroy other people. Not only was Professor Smith a disciple of the famous Professor Epstein, he founded this institute 50 years ago to spread orbital technology across Erebonia. Ever since, this institute has been the center of the orbital development here in the Empire. The Reinfurt Company might get all the press, but when it comes to fundamental research, this institute comes out on top. Speaking of Professor Smith's numerous contacts, he's an old friend of the former Rhineford Company Chairman Gwen. That was how this institute and the Rhineford Company came to share technology with one another. This institute focuses on orbital research, whereas the Rhineford Company implements said research into actual products. Yep, I think we've heard all this before. Sometimes students here end up making significant inventions which go on to have a large impact on people's lives. For example, a group of students here established the Empire's very first radio station. More recently, a student here invented a device called an orbital washing machine. Oh wow, that's wonderful. When the Rhineford Company saw it, they were more than happy to bring it to the mass market. Okay, and you need both of those. Like you need both the inventor and someone who's more business-minded to actually make money off it. Because as much as you want to, just do research, you need money to live. Like there's a practical sense of why you want to make a business out of make a product that people won't buy, because then your work can basically just be around you doing, because just research won't get you paid. It won't pay the bills that you will have. Unfortunately, we still live in society where we can't just follow our pursuits that we love to do. We have to always find a way to make money off it. Otherwise, you can't do it. And you have to do some other job to fund your actual hobby. Sadly, that's how it works. That's not how it worked in Star Trek, however, apparently, but I don't quite know enough about governments to have a real, solid opinion about that. Alright, so let's go to RF Arms. Oh, Dad, I didn't talk to the lady yet? It'd be foolish to try to deny that Irina Rhineford is a skilled businesswoman. But that doesn't change the fact that she stole the company from the former chairman, and he's her blood father at that. I can't condone that kind of thing. Oh. Well, okay, she doesn't... Alright. I didn't know she didn't like the company. Wow. Okay, she got some deep-seated hate towards the chairman. Good lord. Alright, well, let's go into the weapons place here. Cannot wait to start fighting people again. Oh, you! You must be the students from Thors. Thank you for coming. I assume you must be Sandy? That's right. So I know at least 2 different Sandys, and they're all female. So this is kind of blowing me away a little bit. Though I wasn't expecting Lady Alyssa to be accompanying you. I've seen you a few times over the years, but it's an honor to meet you in person. That's very kind of you. Well then, allow me to tell you a bit about myself. As you know, my name is Sandy, and I serve as chief of the 2nd Factory's Firearms Development Division. Alright, so he's with the Reformist faction. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to work with you. Thank you. The pleasure's all ours. It must be tough for Alyssa around here sometimes. Yeah, she's practically a celebrity here in Ruhr. As you might have gathered, I need your help combat a new kind of orbital firearm. Specifically, I require the assistance of someone familiar with the use of orbital firearms in combat. Oh, that would be us, I guess. So, would one of you be able to help? Yes, of course. We'd be happy to help. Excellent. Well then, to begin with, what kind of gun would you prefer? What do you mean? I assume you were just going to give us whatever you had ready. It's a terrible story. I should probably have explained. Technically, I've not asked you to test a gun, but rather a device that goes inside it. It's called an orbital unit. And what is that exactly? Don't we have those? We don't use those? I'm sure you're all aware that orbital firearms use orbital energy to propel their bullets. Orbital units are the internal mechanisms responsible for producing that orbital energy. After much arduous research, we finally developed a brand new kind of orbital unit. As such, the model of gun it will be installed in makes little difference. For this test, any type will do. Huh, okay. So what you're saying is the orbital unit is basically the engine and the gun's the car. Precisely. A very accurate comparison. Alright, I think we get it now. So, what are our choices gun-wise? I've brought 3 with me. A shotgun, a pistol, and a pair of gun swords. No one uses gun swords in our party right now. If you'll forgive me, I did a little research on your type of weapons of choice. Tests like these are best performed by those with a degree of proficiency. That's true. It wouldn't be a very useful test if your tester was uncomfortable with the weapon in question. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks. Even brought something for me. Oh. Oh, she uses a blade sword. Oh, I guess it is. Yeah, she shoots from it too. Yeah. So what is it exactly that you want the tester to do? Ah, yes. I do have a specific test that I would like you to conduct. Specifically, I need you to defeat a number of dancing owls, a kind of monster found in the Sachsen mountain path. 10 of them should do. Dancing owls? Their name doesn't sound terribly threatening, but they are highly agile, bird-like monsters, which makes them perfect targets to test firearms on. The tester won't need to defeat them alone, but he or she must be the one to deal the finishing blow. Oh, this is annoying. Understood. How are you guys going to decide who gets to test the level unit? Well, how about you pick Fearless Leader? Sounds good to me. I'm fine with that as well. Oh my god, I did it. No, it's to the... It sounds like that's settled. You know, I don't always have to make these decisions. I think you're just going to have to accept it. Alright then, in that case. Okay, so who's in now? Marcus is not in my party. Shit, I keep forgetting who the fuck is in my party. I think Fee is in my party right now, so I'll just have Fee do it. The targets are agile bird-like monsters. Considering how fast Fee is with her gun swords, taking them down should be no problem. So do you want to be the tester, Fee? Okay. Sounds as though you've made up your mind. Here's your test weapon. See what you think. Sure. Black Raid. Okay. That should do nicely. Should we head over to the test area then? Yeah, I'm ready. Alright, let's get going then. Sachsen Mountain Path is where we went to go to the mine, right? You got it. The exit's near the airport. Alright. So we got that to do. So that's on the mountain path. What's the other one on? Okay, that's on the Nordia Highway. Oh, okay, so the Nordia Highway is... Maybe on that one we can finally get to the other spots where we couldn't go before. Shots fired when you go to the Sachsen Mountain Path, so that's a whole different place. And let's see about this milk. Yeah, we can't actually fast travel there. We gotta go just walk there. But let's look in this hotel. My company supplies factories with various goods and materials. So an industrial town like Ruhr makes for a perfect business opportunity. I'd love for the rest of Evergonia to look just like this someday. Wahaha! Okay, Wario. Alright, you only had one thing to say to me. But I haven't got any new recipes, so it's kind of depressing here, guys. I keep telling Papri not to listen to the Orbital Radio while working, but she refuses to pay me any mind. Very well, that's how she's going to be. I'll have no choice but to confiscate it. Oh wow. Oh wow, he's gonna freaking confiscate it. Alright, that's... The radio saga continues. Let's see how she feels about this. Apparently the Ruhr Orbital radio station was started by students. Yes, it was. It was apparently a student venture or something. It must be nice to be that smart. Oh. Well, she doesn't know what's in store for her. Reen! Reen! Oh my god. Just tell her. Let her know. Maybe she can take the Orbital back home, but like, he's coming for your radio though. Just hot tip. Okay, we won't let her know. Her radio's gonna be gone probably next time we see her. And she's gonna be very sad about it. Alright, let's check out what's in this church. Should be like 3 people in here. Oh, 4 people. Alright, because there's one person sitting in the pews, probably. Marquise Ragnar and Chairman Irina of the Reinfer Company are considered to be the region's representatives. And yet, I've never seen either of them in the cathedral. Honestly, do they not have a shred of faith between them? Oh, someone's getting all judgy because they don't come to church. Oh, I don't like this. This is the one sister where I'm like, I don't know if I like her that much. Other ones were very, I don't know, heads in the cloudsy. Ever since the self-supporting accounting system was introduced, profits just keep going up and up, but the workload follows with it. Don't they hire more people though, so the workload doesn't go up? Still, I don't want the other divisions to do better than ours either, so I'll be heading back to work shortly, and hopefully people get paid more money if they are doing more work. Let's hope it's not turning it into some sort of wage slavery kind of BS. Guess I might as well say my prayers before I get out of here. Sister Seiyu keeps glaring at me a lot lately. She's starting to scare me. No. Since you do come here all the time, you'd think she'd like him, but maybe she doesn't like the company. Oh, the city of Ruhr owes its development to the manufacture of arms and munitions. As you can imagine, men of the cloth, such as myself, have mixed feelings about that. Hopefully the people of Ruhr won't forget what it means to think of others because their city is built on death. What? This doesn't make sense. Why would... That's not a reason why someone would just... You would have to be engaged in direct killing of people to have that sort of numbing effect that he's talking about. In general, people are gonna care about other people, just in general. You don't actually need religion to tell you that to do that. It's just a normal human thing that you do. This is why people from different religions and people without religion still care about other people, because that is one of those innate traits that humans have. So, fuck you too. Alright, moving on to this guy. I'm afraid I know very little about the internal affairs of the Reinhardt Company. Chairman Irina and the other higher-ups aren't exactly frequent visitors to our church. If you could find some use in hearsay, however, I've heard that their internal conflicts are so fierce that even the chairman can no longer bring them under control. Wow, he knows more than he knew, like about as much as we do, but he did not have a secret rendezvous with the top brass. Alright guys, let's continue. This is go to that residence over here where she's lost some milk, I guess. Excuse me, are you Vanilla? We're students from Thor's Military Academy. Did you say Thor's? Does that mean you're the class 7 students who helped my husband yesterday? What did we do? That would be us. Then that must mean that your husband is Chief Johann then. That's right. Thank you ever so much for helping him. What do we do? Chief Johann is a very familiar name. What a funny coincidence this is. My daughter, Mint, attends Thor's. Oh. Vanilla, Mint. Food names. Mint from the Wind Orchestra. Oh, and that's why her kitchen exploded. Not because of adding her spin to it, but because she's so accident prone. Mint from the Wind Orchestra. I do think that's her club of choice. Does that mean you're part of it too? Yeah, Mint and I get along really well. She makes practices a lot of fun. Aw, that's so sweet of you. It's great to know that she made such nice friends over there. But back on topic, would you be willing to help me? Our cat Milk has gone missing, and I'll need your help to find her. Oh, Milk, the cat. Okay. Yes, of course, we'll find her. If we're going to find a lost cat, when did she go missing? It was 2 nights ago. I was making dinner like I usually do, and I decided that I would try to make something a little different. So I decided I'd try using an ingredient I'd never seen before. But have you tried it out though? Have you researched it and see how it affects your food? But when I did, an odor pungent enough to burn off your eyelashes started coming from the pot. You said you've never seen this ingredient before? I wonder if it was actually something edible. So then what happened? Well, my survival instinct was telling me to air out the room. So I left the door open for a while to try and get rid of the smell. But while it was open, Milk seemed to have gotten out. So you haven't seen her since. What does she look like? Well, she has orange and white fur and she's wearing a yellow collar. She's also extremely cautious and doesn't really like people very much. So I imagine that she's probably somewhere without many people nearby. I see. It sounds like we should mainly search outdoors then. Is there anything else you can tell us that may help us find her? Well, she loves to crawl under things. I don't know why, but it seems to relax her when she does that. A lot of cats do that. Okay then. Well, that's just how cats are. I know how she feels. You do? Well, anyway, that should be enough information to get started with. Does that mean you're going to try to find her then? Of course we are. We'll get started right away. We definitely have to find the cat, guys. If there's a cat involved, we can't let it starve. You know, I'm always checking here. But there's nothing to go under here. It's nothing... The box is not there. It's not a table. I'll figure it out, guys. Oh, it must be under a bench somewhere, though. For real. No, not the bench nearby. That would have been perfect, though. Alright, let's see what's in... Is this... Oh, this is where... Is this... Oh, that... Wait, what's that? That's the place I was just in. Okay. Then the dining is over here. Let's check only these benches. Or these benches. No? Alright. We shall find the kitty cats. And it's not going to be inside this bar, even though there's lots of places to hide for it. It was thanks to Gran that I was able to open this bar in the first place. I'd always dreamed of owning a place like this. I honestly can't begin to thank him enough. It wasn't easy though. We both had to put our feelings aside to make it a reality. Sometimes I wonder if he did the right thing. It was thanks to Gran that I was able to open this bar in the first place. Okay. Grand is who? Your boyfriend? Alright, nothing for us here. Ooh, did we exchange? Okay. Do I have more? Let me have more. No, okay, no, I got actually more U material, not more Cephas. So that's Gran right there. Almina's dream was a beautiful one. I'm proud to say that I was able to help bring it to fruition. Now that I have, I need nothing more. Oh, I want only to bask in her radiance. Wow. Okay, looks like your relationship is still wonderful, so don't worry so much. I'm researching orbital wave-based communications technology. The Epstein Foundation in Limon State is unquestionably the leader in the field. But a variety of different terminals are being researched all across the continent, Reinford's Arcus included. I'm not going to sit around and twiddling my thumbs as other people surpass me. I'm researching orbital wave-based communication technology. Okay. So he's trying to increase or update the communication, which, look, if the communication is up to date, good lord. This changes the game. The whole game. Kitty. Would Kitty be downstairs? Why would Kitty be downstairs? Kitty. No Kitty. Wow, Kitty's here. Hi, Kitty. It's orange and white. And I think it has like a... Here she is. I never would have thought to look under this bench. Yeah, it's an easy spot to miss. Now the question is how we're going to get her to come back with us. Where is it going now? Not anymore, it's not. Cautious is right. He didn't have a chance. Well, let's head after her. Okay, so we have no idea where this cat would go. But it'd still be on the first floor, though. Just gonna check the benches again. No. And it's a very bright looking cat, too. Like, it was very easy to see from a distance. I'm always gonna look in here. Kitty, kitty. I want to go even faster than I am now. No. Not in the weird corners either. It might be downstairs. Because I haven't gone down there yet, and I've looked everywhere, as far as I know. Let's just look over here real quick. Yeah, it might have gone down the escalator or something. Alright, well we're gonna go down the escalator too, because we're done looking around here, I think. Oh, I don't think we've been in here though. Because we were just standing outside of the building. Third factory at 150 Argelong. Lusitania is the most luxurious airship in the world. It stops in 5 major Erebonian cities. Okay, Lusitania. Sounds like the Titanic a little bit. Third, so that's neutral. The third one is neutral. Third factory, the Reinford Company's flagship limousine range. The increasing demand for oval cars had led to a variety of improvements, including bullet and explosion proofing. Good lord. First factory, that is Noble faction. Yeah. First factory, several of these large power generators have been built to lure and supply the city's large-scale Reinford industrial plants with vast amounts of global energy. Cool, cool. And the tank, which would be second factory, that's Noble. No, that would be the Reformist faction. A main battle tank of the Imperial Army, Axon, is 8 arcs long and equipped with a 10-Reach cannon. Its name, meaning 18, is a nod to its 18-Reach thick armor. Yeah, that's something we've seen before, haven't we? At the big fort. It sounds as though the provincial army and the railway military police had a little argument yesterday. They've been at each other's throats for a while now. But they're professionals. They know better than to do stuff that makes the townsfolk uneasy. Yeah, I mean, you would think professional would be better than that, but surprisingly, that's not always the case. Can I interest you in any optional extras? Holy crap, this is day 2 of the same business meeting. For instance, we can install some floating components that will allow you to land on the surface of the water. Wow. Can you? Can you now? If I took my clients on vacation, I'm sure that would make for quite the spectacle. Good Lord, he is selling hard. Apparently Sharon was personally scouted by the chairman herself. Just watching her, I can see why. That's one capable lady. So she was there to welcome the chairman back home at 2 a.m. last night too. Oh, so she came back super late. Apparently Sharon was personally scouted by the chairman herself. That's really no surprise though. Yeah, it's probably not. I wish you all the best with your field study today. Though I might recommend staying away from the provincial army and the railway military police, especially after the tense argument between them yesterday. Okay, thanks, man. Information booth. Chairman Irina left early this morning, so she came back at 2 a.m. and then left early that morning, so she doesn't sleep. She's not going to be that sexy for long doing that shit. Guys, you need to get your beauty rest. You need to get at least like 8 hours of sleep. I have been getting way too many hours of sleep, so maybe that's not good. And I used to only get 6 hours, 6 or 7 hours, but I should try to get that 8-hour mark when I'm back at work again. It's becoming increasingly more challenging not to be concerned about the sheer frequency of her business trips. But I suppose it's certainly not my place to be worrying about her. I thought that was your job though, worrying about her. So that was part of your job. I don't know if these guys are back here. Thank you so much, Chief. I'm so sorry about this. This is the last time, you hear? Oh, that's Chief Johan. If you don't at least try to stick to your development budget, it's gonna be my neck on the line. I'm really sorry. Okay, yeah, because if you don't stick to the budget, that means that you planned it out wrong and you have to use more money, and that means less profits. So it's all about making that money, guys. Can't use too much on the research. Anyway, thank you again for yesterday. Oh, that's right. Okay, we went around checking for the waves at what signals, strength, and all that. Really appreciate you taking the time to help me out. At least we can get development back on track. No more screwing around. Yes, sir. Cool. Alright, we helped them out. We gotta go, though. Because we got way more things to do. Oh, shit. Where's the entrance? Alright, I'm gonna look in one more place before I go completely downstairs. It's basically where the jackass place at. How do I get to it though? Actually, the only way I can get to it is from downstairs. It doesn't reach up here, don't think. Yeah, it's right there. So it's like 1.5. Floor 1.5. I can't get to it from here. Alright, so let's go down this elevator. I want to use the escalator though, because I like escalators, and it doesn't you don't have to do a whole screen change. By the way, let's just look for the... Okay, I don't want to put down the freaking game. It's really sad. There's no way it would be over here. This dude's sitting here like 24 hours a day. No, no. No, no. I feel like it would be, wow, I don't think I've been back here. Okay. Oh, kitty. Another bench, huh? We can't let her get away again. So, who's gonna try to catch her? Oh my gosh. Kitty walks away. Makes a left turn. And there she goes. You just had to say the word catch. Hey, don't go blaming this on me. This quest keeps getting tougher and tougher. Wouldn't the cat just go home anyways though? Like, it's not that far away from its home. Seems like it knows where the city pretty well. Alright guys, I think I will stop it here for today. So I just want to, just for a quick reminder, I do come out with at least 3 episodes in a week, and on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. So if you want to keep up with all my new episodes, you can always subscribe to me. And as always, can't wait to see you next time. Bye bye!